Welcome back to another episode of The Cure for Cowardice. I was thinking more about this whole duality thing between the man and boy within us. And I think it's actually a trinity. And I think that's actually one of the divine secrets, is that everything appears to be a duality, but is actually a trinity. And what I mean by that is, if we're using this same example, there is the boy who is the scared child, who operates on self-preservation, doesn't think things through, reacts out of emotion, etc. There is the man who, because he was a boy and understands the boy, he almost overcompensates and is quick to react, quick to action, doesn't like waiting for things to happen, prefers to go and make them happen on his own. Is brave, puts values and morals above everything. So I would say that is more like group preservation, like tribe preservation instead of self. But then there's also the old man. And the old man is the one who is wise, the one who is kind, the one who understands both, the one who has forgiveness and understanding, the one who has patience, the one who knows when is the time to act and when is the time to wait. And I think when I think about it in this way, a catchy name that I thought of for it would be the Squire, Knight, and Wizard. The wizard almost has a mystical sense to it. And if we're using that same example, the Squire is self-preservation. The Knight is tribe preservation or group or team. They are the defenders. They're the ones who go out and slay the monsters. And then the wizard, he is the one that is focused on mission preservation. And when I say mission, I mean the goal, but I also mean the progress. The lessons, the wisdom is captured within the wizard. And when I think about it this way, it starts to make a lot more sense, because as I was talking about the man and the boy, it felt like there was something missing. It felt like, it's not that simple. And it's not just two sides of us. But with the three sides of us, it makes a lot more sense. And here's the thing. The wizard, the old man, he's quiet. He doesn't speak unless he needs to. But when he speaks, everybody listens. And the wizard understands that sometimes the best course of action is to wait and see. He also understands that sometimes the only solution is to send the knight in to go bust some heads. And he also understands that, above all else, the squire must be protected for the propagation of the species, of the not just the tribe, but humanity as a whole. And when I think about it this way, I start to see attributes that each part of us embodies. And so, while the knight, the man, is brave and is action-oriented and is able to go out and make things happen, they are not very patient. They are not very wise. They learn lessons the hard way. They don't necessarily listen to advice. And above all else, they will fight to their last breath, even if they know that victory is not possible. And that is commendable in a lot of ways. But the balance comes in with the wizard, the old man. And the wizard understands that there's times to fight, there's times to retreat, there's times to act, and there's times to wait and see. And through the wizard's guidance, the village is able to survive. And not just survive. The other part of the responsibilities of the wizard is that they are the ones who pass the knowledge forward to the next generation. They compile the lessons in such a way that allows everybody else to learn from them and get better and better every time. And if we're talking about that within ourselves, the wizard is the voice in our head who only speaks up in moments of crises, when the boy's reaction is to flee and the knight reaction is to overpower the boy's reaction and to fight. If the wizard knows that the situation will get much worse by fighting, it is the wizard who will step in and force the knight to retreat, to live to fight another day. And with the three of them, with allowing the knight to man the helm, the boy to be protected and heard, and the wizard to guide the way, with all three of them, we can be a complete, fulfilled, and worthy person. I think that's what I got for this one. The reason I thought about this is I was stopping by the vet to drop off a stool sample for the kitty so that it could be tested and make sure that he's all healthy and good. And as soon as I walked in the door, this lady who was in line turned to me and immediately started talking to me. And it started with, "Hey, how are you?" And by the time we were getting towards the end of the conversation, she had told me so much about herself. And I don't think that it would be the knight that draws that out of people. It's not the knight that allows them to... It's the knight that provides the safety and the shelter, but it's the wizard, the old man, who allows the space to be heard. And it's the old man who listens and understands and is able to give guidance when necessary in the ways that allow that person to come to those conclusions on their own. It's the knight who says, "Do this, don't do that." And it's the wizard who asks the questions that leads them to the conclusion that they need to hear. So anyways, I think that's what I got for this one. It's not the duality, it's the trinity. And I think that's one of the secrets to the universe, is that everything that appears to be duality is actually trinity, with the third aspect of it being hidden somewhere within. And the old man doesn't speak until he absolutely has to, because he understands that there's more to gain from listening and allowing others to be heard than there is from being the loudest voice in the room. So anyways, I think that now is what I got for it. So try and incorporate all of them and let me know how it goes. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. I'll catch you on the flip side.